Take me to the channel for the PCP. Listen to some voicemails for the Minecraft stream. I really want to have Radcon funded by you. We can be procrastinators. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, what's that from? Hey, ho,
that's the song. Let's get fucked. Is that what it says? Is that the actual lyric, or did I just trick myself?
I don't know, but I what is it? Is it
Something
Beyblade?
in the backseat, fucking in the front seat, sitting in the backseat. Sitting in the backseat, sitting in the front seat. Partying,
please.
yeah, fun, looking forward to the weekend.
Wait.
Major pop hit of our generation.
Hey, ho, let's go. It's Hey You, no, not Hey You Pikachu. It's the Pikachu movie, short film. Hey, ho, let's go.
Well,
There's a bit in the Pikachu movie.
Well, I didn't fucking see that shit.
Yeah, you did.
So
it's the one, the 2000...
I fucking didn't.
The fucking Pokemon 2000... Oh, maybe you didn't.
I don't know if I watched Pokemon 2000. Is that the one with Lugia? I don't know if I watched
Alright, I'm using all my words wrong. The one with Mewtwo in it, the first movie, has a fucking Pikachu short film that starts earlier.
Oh, it's Blitzkrieg. Okay, it's a song by the Ramones. It's Blitzkrieg Bop. Okay, I'm stupid. I never knew that.
I could swear there's a bit in the soundtrack that goes, "Hey ho, let's go," and then it cuts to the next scene.
Maybe there is, but it's either a homage to the Ramones or they just put a classic rock song in the movie.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast, where we don't know what we're doing.
Where we don't know about classic music institutions of our culture, and we gotta Google and go, what's that song where the guy says, like, that it's, like, there's 8 days in a week? Like, what's that song called?
I have no idea,
Ben. Welcome to the Procrastinators podcast. New bonus episode. I said the new bonus episode was going to be out for last episode, but it is out this week. I put it out this week. It's very funny. It's the Fun Fact Challenge, where we find the funnest fact. We compete to see who finds the funnest fact. And boy, is there fun and facts along the way.
There sure are. They're so fun and so factual that I've forgotten all of them. I need to go subscribe to the Procrastinators Patreon so I can find out.
I remember many of them, yes. And then, as we say in that episode, leave your own fun facts. Leave your own fun facts. Not on that bonus episode where no one will see them. Leave them here in the main comments so that other viewers will be confused and feel like they are missing something.
They'll be confused to see comments of random fun facts, even though we're saying explicitly, do that. They'll know exactly what the context is.
Yes. Because those will be the people who just like check back, who have been checking back for a year and a half now to just see, is Nate or Trixie or Jesse back on the podcast yet? Oh no, they're not. Okay, but I don't actually watch the podcast, so I don't know that there's literally no reason to be to be doing that, and I'm wasting my time. But I'll be back again next week. Again. Those will be the people who will be stymied.
That'll be the last. That'll be the entirety of our viewer base. Just a bunch of people who click on the thing and think, is there? But we get the views anyway. Suckers.
Thanks for the click. Thanks for the click, suckers. Wait, no, we need the watch time. No, please don't go. Oh. Okay, apparently
we should start doing a thing where we promise that we'll reveal Nate at the end of the show, and we keep promising that, and then we don't do it.
The return of Nate will be it will basically be like the end of the world. It will be the apocalypse. It will be like the return of Christ in the book of Revelations. You think you want it, but it heralds the end. by the way, I'm looking in up. Okay, I wasn't sure how to pronounce it, but apparently the word is pronounced stymied. Yes. Although,
stymied?
British pronunciation is the same. Okay, I've never seen this before. Did they like just add this thing to Google Translate? I'm gonna put this in general. Now when I look up the pronunciation of the word, now there's this mouth, and when I play the word, like the mouth moves.
That looks new. I haven't seen that.
I've never seen this before. Google something pronunciation, and you get this little. You can see the mouth move. That's so weird. I guess it's cool.
I'm not getting it.
You're not?
Nope.
What?
I'm getting a video about how to do it from YouTube. Maybe I need to go to Google proper.
Maybe. This is in
Nope.
this is in my search results. This is right above people also ask.
Maybe if I type in exactly stymied.
Yeah, stymied pronunciation.
It does come up. Maybe it's only words that people often ask how to pronounce.
It's probably certain words. Like I mean, you know, somebody had to make this little animation for it. So, yeah. Fascinating.
Practice and get feedback. They want me to record my voice.
What?
Let me click on it. Use my microphone. No, block. No, I don't want that. They'll give them an inch. And they'll take my splinch.
They'll take a mile.
Well, okay, a thing I got to talk about.
Yeah.
Clarissa, Chapter 3. The finish of what I had already drawn for the Tezuka Award show, the last bunch of pages, will be out by the time you're listening to this, listener, on
cool.
giveandtake.site. Clarissa Gunsmoke, and the Bandit King. It's cool, it's epic.
Epic.
Have you been reading it, Ben?
I have not yet. I know. Listen, it's just how I am with everything. I just don't watch things and I don't read things. I will. You said this is the last update. This is like the last of it. You got to upload.
Yeah, for the time being, and then I might. I think I might like.
Well, then I'll have no excuse.
Yeah, I might stream more drawing of future pages soon,
right?
If I have the time.
Right.
This is just sort of like in between waiting for Lord of Ghosts stuff to get ready, which is it's closer.
I have been working on the Lord of Ghosts. I think I only got one page done today, but it was another one that I spent a long time on because it was a big like two big background landscape shots.
Dang.
I hate doing them. I hate doing background landscapes.
You're really good at them, though. You obviously have like a very clear vision in your head of like, okay, well, it has to look good.
Well,
it has to look like this, and then you spend hours on it.
I did spend, the first desert shot I spent hours and hours on, and then I spent even longer on like the aerial shot of Cowtown over the hill. I had a very particular vision, and I just was like, I probably could have done it faster. I probably could have gotten away with less lines. I sometimes fall into the trap of zooming the image in too far and putting in detail that is probably not strictly necessary. I think I fell into that a little bit on this one, but the end result is good, so...
I mean, my backgrounds are... When it comes to, like... Because in Clarissa, there's a shot where you see the town from a distance. And I'm like, okay, well, it's in the distance, so I'll just give the illusion of rectangles, and then
that's what you
assume...
that's what you should do. That's what you should do. Like, like the further away something is, the less detail. It reads as a town, but it really doesn't look like much. If you zoom in and being like, oh god, there's no drawing here. Yeah, but that's okay. Like, as long as it suggests what it's meant to suggest, you know?
Yeah.
I had originally... I asked you how you felt about me putting, like, another eye tower in Cowtown, because, there's one in New Los Angeles City... Endless War, of course, and there's one in New Big and by the Sea, and you said no, that's like a lore thing. There shouldn't be one in Cowtown. Originally, I don't know if you are looking at the image, but the church, the big church on the horizon. I guess I'll post it. The big don't show the audience. This is secret. This is secret content.
Secret.
The big church on the horizon was like huge. It was like way bigger, and it had an eye in the bell tower instead of the bell. But I was like, okay, no, I'll just make it a normal church. So I made it like, I mean, it's still really big, but it's regular big. I just gave it a bell tower. Yeah. The perspective on the town, it's a little weird. I don't know. I sketched it like this, and I followed my sketch pretty closely. I mean, it was a rough sketch, but like the curve of the ground on like the left side, which is kind of flat, and the right side, which is just kind of like tilting off the side. It's pretty weird when you think about it, but I was just like, whatever.
Yeah,
looks all right. It looks all right. It works. It's got depth. So I put it on a really round hill. Like I made the ground like a big round sort of bump. And then I don't know if you noticed, but if you zoom in past the building with the big tall cowboy hat veneer, just to the right of it, you can see on the seashore there's the cactus and the Cowtown sign where Lord of Ghosts crawls out of the sea.
That's cool. Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you would like study what I had drawn.
I did.
Like,
because I drew this sign on the road, and then I went back and I looked at the thing, and I was like, oh shit, that's not what the Cowtown sign looks like. But then I thought, wait a minute, but Lord of Ghosts doesn't come by road. Lord of Ghosts comes by sea, so he comes in from like the other side. So then I was like, okay, so I gotta put a bit of sea in the background, because he crawls out of the sea to get here. So sea in the background. And there was a little gap. So I was like, okay, if I put that sign there, that's like, the other side. And also, the building that he comes in next to, on the right of that, you can see there's the saloon that you drew, and to the left of it is a little piece of the blacksmiths. So, continuity.
Epic. I didn't ask you to do any of that, but you did it.
No, that's just...
You went above and beyond.
It's called being a professional, Gib. You should try it sometime.
Well, I love doing that with my own stuff, when I'm like, oh wait, I drew this here. And then I have to 3D print in my brain a map of the area.
Yeah.
Or 2D printed with paper.
I mean, what's the point? What's the point of a comic if you're not like, if what you're drawing is not like consistent with the story that's been told thus far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The point is to make a narrative, a world. So yes, I just thought that would be fun. I thought that'd be cool.
And for all people at home who can't see anything we're talking about, you have to have already pledged to the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter, and maybe there'll be plenty of comics left for you to purchase afterwards.
Perhaps.
I don't know yet. I guess I should open up the floor for people who want to buy a comic before I send off for the final print. I will do that. Probably, yeah. Because I'm like making... Oh god, how many? There's a number. I know the number somewhere.
Speaking of printing, I have to go. I've ordered the next printing of the Road to Radcon. I ordered 100 new copies just because 100 was not much more expensive than 50. I feel very stupid that I didn't think about like that we should just print it all in one go. It ends up being a little more expensive because we only printed the first amount and then I had to print again. But like it's not actually that bad in the grand scheme of things. It's just like ugh. It's probably like
less efficient.
Probably like $200 or $300 more expensive doing it in 2 batches. But oh well. Yeah. So yeah. But I will have plenty of copies left over though. So, reminder for anyone who might be listening who wants a copy of Road to Radcon. I'm gonna have extra copies, so contact me one way or another, and I can have those. Honestly, I will probably have them for a while. I don't see myself selling out of them. But if you thought I was gonna run out, I will not. So I'll have those for people. Buy it. Please buy Road to Radcon. I have dwarvish gold madness. Please give me money. Also, drawing the I don't know what you looked at for references for drawing the buildings in Cowtown. I Googled pictures of Tombstone, Arizona, and I drew buildings from that place.
Yeah, I looked up a few Google images of Western towns. I didn't want it to be like a Hollywood set. I think I saw some real shit.
Tombstone, Arizona is a real old Western. It's a real old Western town, but it has sort of become a tourist trap. Like, there's a main drag that is very much like deliberately playing into the like old West, vibe, and like they put on shows and stuff. So it's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Like a theme park of itself and the real deal.
It's funny though, because I don't know anything about like the Old West outside of Hollywood movies of Westerns and stuff. I've seen maybe one YouTube video walking around like an actual Wild West, preserved ghost town. And it's like, oh yeah, that seems about right. But I don't know much about like how these buildings and the all of this stuff actually came about. I just know how it's depicted.
A lot of vibe of it. A lot of bare wooden boards. A lot of so many of them seem to have the like thing on the front. A lot of them have like a sort of sloping like porch covering in the front, and also sort of like a flat like stand up portion over the front with like a billboard space. Like looking at all the buildings, like almost every building on like the drag on the main drag in Tombstone, Arizona has the like the pieces of wood like built up over the front entranceway into what amounts to billboard space. Which I thought was kind of, I guess because it's all businesses, right?
Yeah, the high street would be like that.
Yeah,
you ride through it on your horse, and you're like, "Where's things I need?"
Exactly. Ugh. I just thought that was interesting.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like you watch the cowboy movies, and they've got the high street where the saloon is. They've got the motels or the hotels or whatever where
the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, they stay like in the hotel, or they go to the ranch, and they get the cows. Oh wow, cool. But like regular people, where the hell do they live? What do they live in? Are there like apartment buildings, or is it just like individual houses and huts?
I gotta assume that they all live in like little ranch houses that probably are a little bit more dispersed, like around the main drag. I gotta assume that there are there's the main street, and then around it there's like a lessly densely what's the word? A lessly densely developed area of a lot of like, probably some farmland. Probably a lot of the houses have a little bit of like ranching land or whatever.
Because the idea of like Manifest Destiny, go west, and they government handing out free land to people who can claim it was to encourage people to like just make claims and build cities and towns and stuff. So the Western town archetype isn't really a town in like a normal European sense. It's sort of like there's a bunch of farmers like laying claims all over the place, and they need some place to like consolidate trade and business and like train nearby travel back to the east.
Yeah, and they just set up little like shops on like or places of business like hotels or whatever on like heavily traveled areas, and other people are just like, well, I guess this is like kind of the place to be, and like they set up shop there too, and that's how a town forms.
I guess most of the people,
it's like, well, there's people living here, gotta build a church, and then they do it, and then and that's how they do it.
It's like the people living there probably all live in the business that they run, right?
Probably for the most part, yeah, probably.
And then maybe there's just accommodations nearby, because you never really see that. You see like, hotels. I was trying to search that like a while ago, like what the hell do they live in? I couldn't really find much, so I guess that must be it. It's just not really one of those types of towns. Until it was.
I mean, over the hill, there's like some ranch houses or whatever. I mean, probably
Some Minecraft builds.
The town would just be like the main drag, and like the businesses, and then the surrounding area might technically be the town, but like that's like just where people live. I assume. I don't know.
I should read a book about this because I want to like. When I think of like world building, when it comes to art and stuff, and like designing settlements and towns and castles and whatever, I'd like it to be informed from reality more so than just like icons of like, oh, a castle is like a big brick. And it doesn't really make sense when you think about it. In a lot of like media, a lot of video games, they build it for video game gameplay and not so much for like actual, like, why would they build it like this reasons.
Yeah.
I like to figure out,
speaking
or
of,
at least learn about that sort of stuff.
Speaking of reading a book, I've sort of been reading a book. The book is called Diplomacy by Henry Kissinger, and the reason why I'm reading it is because somebody left it in my last apartment, the temporary apartment that I moved into between my old apartment and my current apartment. In that temporary place, someone had just left this book, and so I just read it in like 1-page excerpts when I'm taking a shit. So I've read like maybe a dozen pages of this book that are not in any kind of order, just totally randomly. Thanks, Kissinger. I'll just open it up
is it
to
good?
A page. I guess I kind of am finding it entertaining. I'll open it up to a page and it'll be like, what was the one I just read? It was about like after the Munich conference, Hitler had it had been he had accomplished his goals, and yet he, like, those around him said he was morose because war had been averted, and war was like his end goal, and because it was involved, all his public speeches described a war hawkish attitude for the future of Germany. He had used up all the goodwill from Britain. Churchill had agreed to a peace, but had also begun a rearmament program at the same time. All the goodwill that he had garnered from the guilt of Versailles had worn out by this point. Which is I don't know. I guess it's kind of interesting. It would probably be more interesting if I started at the beginning and read through. It's a very big book though. It's very thick. I don't know if I want to commit to actually giving it a full read. But I mean, I guess I could. I got a book here. I might as well read it. I don't know.
Might as well increase my brain. What if there's a fun fact hidden inside?
Shit. If there's even one fun fact, it would be a crime to leave it undiscovered. Now, wouldn't it?
It's like you troll the library, read every book, just trying to find the funnest fact. so that you can impress people at parties. You can say, "Hey, did you know?"
My entire life is just one big fun fact challenge when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Why else does anyone do anything for the discovery of fun facts? I saw a woman, crazy I know, but I saw a woman reading a library book on the bench the other day, and I was like, wow, what a concept. I felt bad. I felt guilty that I don't read books much. I felt like...
flashback to Vapors Chapter 2.
Yeah. I felt like maybe I should be going to the library and reading books.
I should be doing that as well. There's a library not too far from here.
There is a library. I didn't even know there was a library because I hadn't looked for it. But yeah, there is a library. It's maybe like a 15-minute walk from maybe a 10 to 15-minute walk from my house. I had to go there the other day because of my taxes. I had filed for a tax extension, but my extension period was up. So I had to file it on October 15th, and I did. And I went and I looked around for places where I could print it. I turned out to have to I had to fucking print some physical shit and send it in the mail. I thought I could file it electronically, but they wouldn't let me. So I had to go find a printer and send the shit in the mail. And I went to like CVS and Walgreens asking if I could print something there, but they all were like, no, we only print on photo paper. We can't just print like documents for you. I was like, shit. So I went to a cute girl at the Walgreens counter who was totally into me, by the way. There's no doubt in my mind. gave me directions to the local public library. Listen, she was dedicated. All right, she pulled out her phone. She was like, "Here, I can look it up on my phone for you." And then we did, and then we talked about what we saw on the screen. Oh. So that's a connection.
I'm looking on my phone. What are you looking at? I'm looking at my phone.
No, we were both looking at her. No, we were both looking at her phone.
Oh my god.
We were using this. Yeah,
dude,
we were
that's second base. That's third base, basically.
That's an indirect kiss right there. So that's indirect eye contact. if both of our eyes are looking at the same thing. So right, she told me that about this public library, and I went there. And did you know that at the public library they let you use the printers for free? You don't even have to pay for it.
Wow.
I thought they would charge me like 10 cents a page or something, and I would have to pay like $1. But no, they were just like, nah, use it. Nah, I pulled out my wallet, and I'm like, should I? And she's like, no, it's all free. I was like, oh my god, that's communism. And I pulled out my gun, and I pulled out my phone, and I said, hello, victims of communism memorial center, please. I have someone to report. And then the cops showed up, and they blew it away. Burned it down, and America was safe for another day. So that was pretty neat. And then I had to rush to the post office because I realized, like, actually, I made small talk with the librarian, and I was like, oh yeah, kind of a lifesaver. My taxes are due today, and she's like, oh no, well, are you gonna mail it? Do you need to send that to the post office? Do you have an envelope? And I'm like, no, my envelope's at home. I gotta go home and write the address. And she's like, oh, well, you might make sure you got it sent. No, she asked me how I was going to send it, and I said, I'm going to pop it in a mailbox. And she was like, oh, you might want to send it from the post office because they might want to see that it was postmarked today. And if you drop it in the mailbox, they won't postmark it till tomorrow. And I'm like, shit. I said it out loud to this nice lady. I said, shit. You're right. Fuck. So then I had to fucking sprint to the nearest post office, which I did, and it all worked out fine. I got there like half an hour before they closed. It was very exciting. But I did it. I got my taxes filed. And then I filed for an extension to the payment. So now I don't actually have to. I got the filing deadline extended from May all the way to October. And then I got the payment deadline extended all the way to December, so I don't actually have to pay it until December. So, that's a fucking W if ever there was one. And I'm gonna try. I'm doing this. I'm doing it all. I'm trying to delay it because I want to get a business credit card. I want to get another credit card, a business credit card that won't put me under 524. And I want to have a bunch of things to spend on at that very moment when I get it. And I'm trying, and I'm going to need to spend like $4,000 to
Have you considered Give and Take's Patreon?
$4,000 directly to Give and Take's Patreon. Yeah, but I get that sign-up bonus. I'm going to have to spend like $4,000, maybe less, because then I'll have like if I use it for everything, I'll have like 5 months to do it, so my regular expenses will add up. But I need to find maybe about like $3,000 worth of extra stuff to spend it on. So taxes are some of that, and I think I gotta pay the artist. Edward D. Al has been working on the Radcon Dojin. That is, he's fallen a little bit behind, but he's still working on it. So whenever he gets done with that, I gotta pay him. And I got to do the next printing of and I got to pay for the printing of Road to Radcon. Of course, that's going to be like, 300 and something, maybe 400. And then So I'm trying to get all these expenses, pay them at the same time with the same new credit card to try and hit that minimum spend. And then if I am struggling to hit the minimum spend, my last ditch option, if I'm like, oh shit, I'm like $1,000 short and I'm not going to get the sign up bonus. My last ditch option is to just dump anything I need to spend into like Instacart gift cards for myself. So I'm just prepaying for my groceries. But I was, if I just dump $1,000 into that, like, I'll use that eventually. It's not actually a loss. So that's my panic button. If I need to spend something right away. I don't know if I'll need to do that though. Oh yeah, I'm strategizing. I'm strategizing my churning techniques.
Yeah, it's like a whole operation.
It is like a whole operation.
You're gonna have to start hiring employees at this point.
I gotta start. Yeah, just to manage my my payment strategies. I'll pay an accountant in like share of the cashback rewards. Like, I won't actually pay them a salary, but I'll promise them, like, you can have, like, 25% of whatever I get from credit card sign-up bonuses for managing my finances. Thank you.
Nah. You should pay them in JPEGs and say, hey, kid, get yourself an NFT.
Oh, God. Do you want to talk about NFTs and how fucking dire the situation on Twitter is?
It's equal parts... like gut-bustingly embarrassing, like hilarious, but like
yes,
also like God, why do people why are they like this? Why can they become like this?
I know what it is. It's the same phenomenon that is the reason why people remember we did the episode about MLMs?
Multi-layer Mario?
Multi-level marketing. The like basically pyramid schemes, but it's not technically pyramid schemes.
Yeah, kind of.
It's it's mostly women that get into multi-level marketing, not exclusively, but a lot. So, a lot of these women that get into multi-level marketing, it's basically a scam to trick people into signing up for the business. And then, they have to make a personal investment in the business before they can start selling product. And then they start moving product. If they start moving product, maybe they can make a profit. But most people just sign up, make the initial investment, get the product, don't actually move any of it, and then, the company just takes their money. But then, because the real way to make money at multi-level marketing is not actually by moving product, it's by convincing other people to sign up to be salespeople.
Yes, it's exactly the same.
It is
NFTs.
yes. It's that's the NFT mindset. It's mostly like male tech bros that think they're getting in on the ground floor of some shitty new technology. They're doing the same thing. They're out there, posting about how great it is. Posting about like, oh yeah, this is revolutionary. This is like, this is a novel way to support artists. This is new and it's totally not a scam. And it's, it's just like multi-level marketing. Like, it's not a pyramid scheme. They reassure you over and over again. And then they'll post about like, oh, I work from home. I'm so happy and grateful to have this opportunity. Now I make so much money without even doing any work, and it's so easy. And like, the point is not whether it's true or not. The point is to convince people to get in on it, because that's how you make money, is by scamming them. So NFT people are out there just posting about how great their fucking NFTs are with the exact same reason. They're just trying to sucker someone else into buying their NFTs for more money than they sold them for, or than they bought them for. It's the
weird,
same fucking scam.
I saw this one guy in the wild who was, I think it was in like a reply to a tweet about Steam saying no to NFT games, which is, that's all right.
Based, I guess.
Pretty based, I guess. Probably not for a good reason, but it's not. Sure. It says "fuck you" to NFTs, so that's good. And then there's a bunch of NFT bros in the replies are all going like, Steam, you really lost yourself a gamer, all that sort of like
lol. Yeah, okay.
Stupid like seething, coping stuff. But then there's this one guy who's like all high and mighty about it. And he's like, oh, well, you just I would recommend you look into this because you're really missing out. Like just trying to be nice and civil about it. He's not.
Congratulations, Steam. You just played yourself.
Yeah, he's trying not to come across as a snarky person. He's trying to come across as like, I know more than you do, but that's okay. I'll tell you how. And But like it's it's so clear that like he has no like information. I was waiting for him to like if he was replying to people like, okay, so what are the benefits? Like what is the actual thing? He just says, oh no, just look into it. Just look into it. Just trust me. Trust me that everything is good and that I'm smart.
I have a feeling that probably the market researchers at Steam did that. You know, I have a feeling that they have someone who looks into this kind of thing.
It was so like he said at some point like he had bought his like monkey leopard shitty JPEG avatar.
He bought his D's nut.
Yeah, he bought his one of those for like $300.
Of course.
So like somebody was saying, "Oh, what you paid for that with your car, idiot?" And he's like, "Actually, I just paid $300 for it. So, you know, it's relatively cheap." And
it was a deal.
It's only going to go up. And it's like, okay. $300 fucking dollars for an avatar like that.
It's only going to go up. Yeah, okay. Tell me, it makes me sad. I don't know which is more sad, like the lazy shit, like the lazy lions and like the D's nuts and like the pixel punks and whatever, like the ones that just obviously look like shit and a bunch of sickos, they're like posting their avatar and they're posting around about how great it is and how cool it is and whatever. I don't know if that is sadder or like real artists that make like a good piece and then like sell it as an NFT, because that seems like more of a waste. You know, like obviously the Lions are like an incredible fucking racket and just everyone involved is being scammed and it's funny. When someone is like a real artist and they make a piece and they sell it as an NFT, it's like, there was something good here, but it's tainted now.
It's weird. Yeah. I think with a lot of the like, you know, it being a scam and everything, and people being stupid with their money, that's funny, but like. The problem that I have that makes me sad is that the environmental damage that it causes that people just don't really seem to give a shit about.
Sure.
And
well, they'll go, oh no, but they donated like a few $1,000 to like a charity or whatever. So like
I donated an NFT to a charity.
Yeah, I donated them one of my line of 100,000 identical JPEGs that are all worth 0.1 ETH a piece. So that'll help, I think.
Like, there was that one talking point that, Ethereum is going to go carbon neutral, so really it's fine if I do it right now when it isn't carbon neutral. And I've not heard any news of it trying or succeeding to be carbon neutral as a cryptocurrency.
Probably saying that it will is enough.
Yeah, like, that's just enough for them to not think, like, I'm not doing anything bad, because eventually it'll be good. But, like, I feel like if they want to, like, convince people, their tactics seem to be just, I don't know, stupid, like, you fucking normies, you're never gonna make it, you're NGMI, because you're not in on it, you don't know,
NGMI?
You're a fucking right-click say, yeah, not NGMI, never gonna make it.
Never gonna.
Yeah,
I never heard
that's
that.
the thing they say. Apparently,
I saw it a couple times. If you don't own fucking NFTs, you're never gonna make it.
You're never gonna make it if you don't own an NFT.
What does that fucking mean?
It's so straight. It's just sort of like insult tactics, but it's like clearly people have problems with NFTs and crypto and all that, and it's a lot of it is like the energy consumption. Surely they should try to like solve those issues in order to make people more interested, but they don't have like the brain power to like think long term about how to get people interested in the scam. They're just sort of like it's both like so ridiculously bad for everyone, including themselves, and they have no way of like actually making a scam. It's like a scam that doesn't even work. It's not going to propagate much further than it already has, I don't think.
No, the way it's going, like the people that are at the head of like the big fucking NFT rackets have already made their money.
Yeah,
and have either already fled or are going to flee soon, or maybe they set it up in a way that they don't actually need to flee because it's not technically, they didn't do anything illegal, but they won't be delivering on whatever it is these fucking rubes think they're gonna get out of owning this shit. Because why would they bother? Tragically, fucking devastated to report, looking now, that, last week I said that I was sad that I had not bought the dip in Bitcoin. Well, I'm even sadder now because it has kept going up. It is past 60K again, and that hurts. If I had bought when I was thinking of buying, if I had bought when I was briefly entertaining the thought of buying, I would have made 50%. I would have made a 50% return in the last, 3 weeks. So, please mourn for me, viewer. Please. Fuck.
Well, right now, you want people to not care about crypto so that the value goes down.
I mean, I do want that. I do want that. It has not passed its previous high, which was achieved in April, but it is close. It is fairly close, and if it continues like this, it will shortly pass its old high, which will be, which I will be very upsetting for me. It'll be very upsetting. But I guess we'll see. Please die.
I'm completely gone from that.
Please line go down. Please line go down. I mean, I care in that I really want it to fail. I really want it to die and go away.
I'd be happy to see it fail. But I would be tempted. I would only be tempted if it goes really low, and I've said that before. But every time it dips, I feel like it's not dipping enough for me.
I'm not even talking about buying. I'm just saying I just hate it, and I just want it to be punished.
On the larger scale, when I can't, conceptually, it's not good. I can't help it, but when I was into crypto for a little bit, it was neat. I've seen the number go up.
Yeah.
Even though I knew it was this is dumb, but it's slightly more money than previous. Slightly more money than previous, Ben.
That's true. It's very exciting.
It's hard to completely discount that. I'm only human,
I understand the intoxication of when you're invested and you see number go up. You feel a completely unearned sense of superiority. Like you knew something. Like you knew something. When of course you didn't. You just got lucky. But
rubes. We're all rubes.
I mean, for the most part, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Speaking of that guy mansplaining NFTs, I saw some amazing mansplaining on Twitter. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. There was a that guy who was doing the impersonation of Robin Williams that everyone said was really good or whatever.
No.
Did you not see that? Some guy was doing a tribute impression of Robin Williams. Supposedly he does a really good Robin Williams impression. Anyway, a bunch of people sent the clip, sent the video to Zelda Williams, his daughter, and she posted hey guys, I'm only posting about this because I don't think it will stop unless I say something. Please stop sending me the video. The guy is very talented and all, but it's really weird to watch this ghoulish impersonation of my dead dad. Thanks, goodbye. And she said something about in some part of it, he acts like, she said something about him on his saddest day, and I don't know exactly what day she was talking about, but there's some part of it that is a sad day for Robin Williams that he does that is part of the impersonation. And this guy responds to Zelda Williams and being actually, Robin Williams was not just a comedian. He had a full range of emotion. He had his sad days as well. And it's part of the tribute, actually. That it includes to his daughter. Did they mansplaining her dad to her?
Please tell me they didn't know it was.
I mean,
it was.
That's
so bad.
It was the worst. Okay. I got really upset. I got really upset seeing it, and I typed an insulting comment, and I replied to him. I don't remember what it was. It was a fuck you of some kind. And yes, obviously it's really bad. It's complete psycho behavior. But then I stepped back and I was like, okay, wait a minute. yes, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing this person is doing. This person has royally fucked up. But already, like, 500 people have told him, shut the fuck up, buddy. You're awful. And also, this is a guy with, like, 50 followers, and Zelda Williams has, like, hundreds of thousands. And, like, I don't need to dogpile this person any further. Yes, what he did was wrong, but it's not necessary for me to protect Zelda Williams from this random guy, right? So eventually I was like, what am I doing? I deleted my reply, because, like, it's stupid. Why even fucking bother? I don't know. But what a what a thing to see. I could not believe it. That was some next level shit right there. Yeah, wacky. That was my week on Twitter, I guess.
Yeah, I guess my week on Twitter is a new corner. My week on Twitter. Just the sounds of hellfire, because that's usually what it is. Although it was quite good for me. Whatever Tober has been going well.
Yeah.
I saw your little drawing.
I really liked the drawing of. Is it Scraggy Aggie? Is that the
Scraggity Aggie?
Scraggity Aggie, yes. I really liked the drawing of her and Pumpkin. The like, you grew over there. I thought that was so cute.
Yes. I love that. I was tired, and I was like, oh shit, it's 1 a.m. I haven't drawn today. And I did that. Lore. It's great.
She's just like, heh, cool.
That's why I grew.
That's one, yeah, true. You know what, Pumpkin is cool. Good job.
Punk's so fucking great.
Is Scraggity like her mom, sort of?
In my head, she's like a... what's the word for like a not like relative, an aunt, a babysitter? There's a word for it.
Oh, an One-san.
Yes, the One-san.
Yes.
She's the scarecrow of that pumpkin patch, and so she knows all the pumpkins that grow from there. Mm-hmm. And Punk was, I guess she sees him as like her as like an auntie or something.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. I was like, oh wow, she grew in a patch. Well, I guess why not? Where else would she have come from? If you think about it.
Well, all the pumpkins, they grow. Some of them, they go to the flower kingdom where they're normal, and other ones. This is secret lore. I'm telling you now.
Oh my god.
Secret lore. Some of them go to the Flower Kingdom. Some of them.
The Flower Kingdom?
Yeah. Where all the flowers from. The flower heads from there. Oh my god, it's all connected.
I was like, that must be where Flower Head's from, right? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Sure.
And then some pumpkins, they get stabbed in the face. They got their face cut out. They become a jack-o'-lantern instead.
Damn.
And that's what Punk happened.
That's the two digivolution routes that a pumpkin can take.
Yeah.
Very cool. Didn't even think about it. Love it. I love lore.
Yes, I've thought long and hard about the world building of how to connect all of my comics together, and it's really funny and really epic.
That kind of rules, actually. Good.
Yeah, Plantkin people is a very, very big part of the future.
Oh.
And then of course,
God.
Cowtown is nearby Something Town. That's the same desert.
Something Town?
Yeah, from Clarissa.
Oh, right. Which
you haven't read it.
Which I haven't read yet.
You don't even know. You don't even know the lore in that one.
I don't. Okay, well,
it's all coming together.
Well, even more reason for me to finally read it then.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's kind of exciting. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited to write Bale Jape 2. It probably won't be called Bale Jape 2 because it does nothing to do with jail or vaping it.
Right. Unlike the first one.
Yes. Bale Jape. Munchie kept saying it wrong, but I can't say it the way he said it. What does he say?
Did he say jail bape?
Jail bape, yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Wait, Now I forget what the actual... It's actually called bail jape, right? Bail jape.
Yeah, bail jape.
Yeah.
Because they're in jail, and they should be on bail.
Wait,
and
but they don't...
japery going on.
Bail, but there's no jail. Oh, but they're out on bail from jail.
Or maybe there should be bail, but maybe there's no bail, and they jape their way out of jail. Really?
Right.
The title has no sense to it, but it's fun.
It sounds like what the story is. It evokes the mood. That's one way to look at it, I suppose.
Yes.
I gotta stop looking at this Bitcoin chart. It's making me sad.
Oh,
no more.
Ben,
No more.
You absolute buffoon.
Yes. True.
Oh, one more thing about NFTs that sucks. I mean,
yeah.
There's lots of things that suck, but Steam said no. But because Steam said no, Epic Games stepped in and said, we might consider it.
Of course.
We'll be the counterculture, stupid fucking idiots.
Nice.
So now, look forward to fucking NFTs in Fortnite. I don't doubt that could happen.
Oh, that's the coolest thing. That's the coolest sentence anyone's ever said. First they put Martin Luther King Jr. in Fortnite, and then they put NFTs. Like, how much better can it get? Now that is epic.
Oh no! I liked Epic Games only because they gave me loads of free shit. They like every week free games. Like, oh my god, I'll simp for this company because they gave me free shit. But now I can't because they're NFT fucks. They're NFT scum. Yeah. But I'll still get that free shit.
Yeah. That's tragic.
Yeah, I mean, when is a company not tragic?
True though. God. Well, what else? Okay. Here's a funny thing that happened this week in my fucking disgusting rat-infested, raccoon-infested parking lot behind my apartment that I live in. They have fucking been backhoeing. There's been a giant backhoe in there all week doing construction work and digging, and they have successfully dug out a giant square pit into what I assume will eventually be a basement for a house or building of some kind. And there's just a giant pile of rubble and rock and dirt, like on the other side of the parking lot now. I can see it through my curtain. It's pretty, it's pretty hideous. It's pretty funny. The other thing that's been going on is that, there was Columbus Day this past Sunday. This past Sunday, they all fucking day. No, it was Monday, right? Because they had the day off. Well, yeah, it was the day they had off for Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, and they're partying at this house. This house is constantly throwing parties. There's some kind of frat house or something. I don't know. They're always throwing parties. They sound huge, and this past week, fucking my property manager, my weirdo fucking gun nut freak of a man who is in charge of this property for the landlord or whatever. I've just been hearing him screaming out the window at this fucking other house, just screaming at them to turn the music down, turn the bass down. The worst one I heard was that he's screaming at them. He's like, "Hey, turn the bass down! Hey, you fucking, what do you think you're fucking doing? Hey, turn the fucking bass down!" Okay, and then I think they try to yell something back, and he's like, "No, you can have your music. You can have your music. I don't give a fuck. You can have your music. Just turn the fucking bass down." It's okay. And then he immediately pivots into yelling at some child, but in a friendly way. He's yelling down into some. I don't see any of this, but I can hear him yelling at a child. And he's asking "Hey, what do you got there? Hey, you're riding your bike? Hey, that's nice. Hey, take it easy on your mom or whatever." It's
well, it's he realized he was being aggressive, and then there was a child. It's "Oh, I gotta act Nice.
I gotta be nice to this child. I gotta scream pleasantries at this child from my balcony with the fucking POW MIA flag, or whatever.
Hey, you're walking there. That's great.
I'm giving him like a New York accent because I don't know. When I imagine someone screaming at partiers out of their apartment balcony, it seems like a New York thing to do. But no, it's here in my own backyard. Yeah.
Boston.
I fucking hate that guy. I don't know. Although I hate the party house just as much. So honestly, I don't know who I'm rooting for in this conflict.
Maybe they'll take each other out.
Yeah, they mutually annihilate one another. What else did I do? Oh, Crack's birthday was yesterday. Crack.
Yeah.
World famous creator of Endless War, as well as of IsThereAnRVYet.com, and many other famous projects. Turned 30 yesterday, and I went and hung out with him for that, and we had Indian food. And I bought the most exciting thing for me was I bought a bunch of weird cakes from my local Russian bazaar. For Munchie's birthday, like a month ago, I bought some weird cake that was called smetanic. I think I mentioned this, and that was okay. That was okay. I bought so much of it. I bought a more modest amount this time, and I still had leftovers, so I made the right decision. I bought a more modest amount, and I bought an assortment of various things. I bought a cake called Rijik, and I bought a different cake called Spartak that were kind of similar, but they were different too. They had different flavors in them. And I bought this is a deep cut. Long ago on the PCP, Mage was talking about Lithuanian desserts, and one time she mentioned something called bird's milk that I was very curious about. And miracle of miracles, they had bird's milk at the bazaar, and I bought it, and it was okay. I didn't love it, but it was pretty good.
How would you milk a bird?
well, the idea is that it's like, it's not something that
and the milk is inside.
Well, it's like birds don't give milk, so to call it bird's milk is to suggest that it is something incredibly rare and like precious, right?
Oh, I see. But it was just okay.
It was okay. I like some of the other stuff, but yeah, it was kind of like a marshmallowy. It's sort of like a spongy kind of marshmallow. It's not really a cake. It's like a marshmallowy thing that you cut slices of. They had another marshmallowy thing called a white zephyr. And the white zephyr, it was like in a ball. It was like a swirly ball. It looked like a meringue cookie, but it was spongy. And you would slice off slices of it, and it tasted kind of like, it was like fruity, actually. I thought it would be like vanilla, because it was white and puffy. But no, it tasted like apples. It was a little bit tangy and had like an apple flavor to it. And then the other thing I got, the best thing I got by far was this. It was called dulce de leche waffle cake, and it was like crunchy. It was kind of crunchy. It was sort of like one of those like waffle stick bars. I don't know. There's a kind of cookie that is like waffle sort of, and they come in little sticks and they're layered. It was kind of like one of those, but it was full of some kind of walnutty dulce de leche goo. It was so crispy and also so gooey and had such a delicious nutty walnut flavor. That shit was insane.
That shit sounds great.
That was so good. The other stuff was pretty good. The Rijik was okay. It was very soft. It was very tender, creamy. It was better. It was a bit better than the smetanic. The Spartak was even better than the Rijik, because it was basically the Rijik, but it was also like chocolatey and coffee kind of flavor, which was even better. But those were good. Those were just kind of cake in a good way. But this crispy gooey fucking waffle cake, dulce de leche waffle cake, I can't believe it. It's my new favorite dessert. It was wild.
How do you spell that?
I think I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's DULCE, and then it's 3 separate words. Dulce de leche, LECHE. It means like sweet of the milk. So I assume it's
I know leche means milk.
Yeah.
Dulce de leche.
It means milk sweet.
Caramelized milk or milk jam.
Milk jam.
prepared by slowly heating sugar and milk over a period of several hours.
I usually think of it as like a Mexican thing, because like the name is Spanish, but I'm sure they probably do it in all kinds of cultures, but like, you know, I'm sure they don't call it dulce de leche in Russia, but like probably they just called it that because like the concept would be more familiar to Americans as, you know, by its Spanish name.
It is from Latin America, apparently. Yeah. That's cool.
I would believe though that like Russian cooking had a similar thing you could do with milk.
Yes, those Russians always be drinking milk.
Always. I mean, that's where, right? Like white people countries is where milk drinking happens, right? Because like white people developed the gene for like lactose tolerance that a lot of non-white people don't have. No, they have. This is a thing. Like white people are like way less likely to be lactose intolerant. Like non-white people are much more likely to be lactose intolerant, and it's like, and it's because like just geographically where white people came from, there were more cows and more access to like, you know, dairy food, and so white people just kind of evolved to be able to tolerate lactose better. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Phrenology. Race realism.
Fun facts.
Fun. That's a fun fact. About
Hey,
milk.
I'm just saying fun facts, okay?
I'm just saying JonTron just wanted to say some fun facts that one time with Destiny. He just wanted to share some fun facts he thought might be true. Lol. Hell fucking yeah. How long have we been going? Okay, we're over an hour. Pretty good. I've exhausted my list of topics, although usually I tend to think of some stuff last minute. You got anything else going on?
The only thing is that I've been using my new tablet, which I got from the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter stretch goal to get a tablet, and I got one. It's I think I may have mentioned it on the PCP already. A Huion. I don't know how to say it. I think you
mentioned it. I think you might have mentioned
Canvas
it,
13, and it's the first tablet I've had, that plugs in with an HDMI and is a screen as well as a pen, and it's got buttons on the side, and it's all very nice and sleek. And it came with a funny glove.
Oh, is it your first tablet that has like hotkey buttons?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd use. I guess I did have the iPad though. That was all the finger gesture stuff, and that's kind of exactly what I said. But this is bigger and it's cooler, and it works with my PC.
How big is it?
13 inches, because it's the 13, maybe. Let me measure it.
Oh yeah, the iPad you have to draw on separately, and then you would have to like send the file to like your computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, this is 13 inch, so bigger than my iPad.
Hold on. 13 inch tablet. I want to see how. Like I can't imagine it in my head.
It's not the biggest, but it's like good and better.
Is it roughly iPad size?
I mean, my iPad was like kind of a small one, so maybe I don't know how to judge sizes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a sheet of A4 paper or thereabouts.
We don't call it A4.
Do you not? What do you?
Europeans and their fucking A4 paper.
What?
Sick.
What the hell do you call normal paper?
9.5. We call it 8.5 by 11, like sensible people.
Is that even the same measurements as A4?
Hold on. Is it? Let's find out. A4. Well, okay. Regular printer paper is 8.5 by 11. So if A4 is regular printer paper, then yeah, it's the same size.
I assume printers are the same, so yes, that would be the same.
Okay. I'm going to papersizes.org to find out what. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, right, because you guys don't. Oh, is it not quite? Okay, I'm looking it up, and A4 it's 8.3 by 11.7 inches. So yeah, it actually might be slightly different.
You're using inches, we're using millimeters.
Yeah,
so
but
ours is exactly 210 by 297, and yours is 215.9 millimeters by 279.4 millimeters. This
so
is the inch is the metric shit.
So it's almost. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked that like we don't just use the exact same size of paper. That fucks me up.
That's a little. Your paper is a little shorter and a little wider.
Just like us. Just like our population. Fucking Lamau. Well, okay. So basically
that makes sense because I see on like printing sites for like Lord of Ghosts or other, and I'm like, you know, you've got all these normal ones I understand, and then the US letter. It's like, what is? Why would I do that?
Because we do it in fucking Imperial. We do it in Imperial units.
Imperials. Those were the bad guys in Star Wars.
They were the bad guys in real life too, but now we're the bad guys.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Did you know that Star Wars is based on a real shit? It's called war. It really happened.
War.
Oh.
Did you know the stormtroopers were a thing in real life too?
Oh, what the fuck, dude!
Stormtroopers were a German soldier thing, I think. Actually,
I don't know if they were
Hitler's stormtroopers, but they were in German.
I think they were. I know there was this. Were they called like the Sturmwaffe or something? I know that they used the phrase Sturmendrang, which was like Sturmendrang is like. Is that like? Wait, hold on. Sturm und. Okay, I know that the final bad guy in Advance Wars is named Sturm after Sturmendrang. Oh, Sturmendrang, oh, sorry, no, this is wrong. A Sturmendrang is a literary and artistic movement in Germany in the late 18th century, characterized by the expression of emotional unrest and a rejection of neoclassical literary norms. Okay, so that's not actually what I was thinking of.
Okay, the term Sturmabteilung, I don't know how to pronounce. Oh, wait, we can do the pronounce thing. Google, show me what mouth shapes to make.
Oh, I think it's Sturmabteilung. I think it's Sturmabteilung is probably how you say it.
Right, British Sturmabteilung. Okay, so the Sturmabteilung, and then it says the first official German stormtrooper unit was authorized on March 2nd, 1915 on the Western Front. So they called it stormtroopers in Wikipedia.
Okay, well, Wikipedia says it's literally detachment.
Sturmtruppen.
Oh, really? They had Sturmtruppen?
Sturmtruppen were specialist soldiers of the German army in the last years of World War One. Lol. Yeah, I think I learned that years ago. I was like, "Oh my god, Star Wars!"
This oh my god, it was just like Star Wars in real life. This reminds me of when I learned the translation for the Sailor Scouts, the Sailor Senshi. How in English they call them scouts, but really the term senshi just means like soldier or warrior.
Oh yeah, but they're women, so they couldn't possibly be proper soldiers. They're just merely scouts. I'm
not sure if it's like that they were women, or it's because like it's a kid show and they didn't want to make it about like soldiers, warriors, or whatever. Maybe they thought that was too like military. Or guardian, I think would maybe be another way to say it.
Sailor soldier.
Yeah, a senshi. Yeah, most literally, I think it would be a soldier, like in an army. But you know, I think in England they call or in English in the West they call them. I think like that they might have switched up a little bit over the translation, but yeah, they usually called them. You know, in the show they were called the Sailor Scouts, and I think they translated the title as I think it was like Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon instead of like Pretty Warrior Sailor Moon. That's neat. That's just an interesting quirk of translation that I find very
Pretty Stormtrooper
funny.
Sailor Moon.
Stormtrooper Sailor Moon, yeah.
Stormtrooper Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that in Germany. That's how they translated it. I mean, sailor is kind of like a SS officer if you think about it.
Jeez, Rick.
Shit. Fuck.
But yeah, about the tablet. It's good. I draw. And it's got all the buttons on the side. I can set one of the buttons to be Control V. Yes,
yeah.
back.
Control V.
No. What's the backwards one? What's the Control Z?
How do you not know that it's Control Z?
Because I've been using that button so long, I forgot what it is that I do.
What the fuck? Okay.
I don't even look at my keyboard when I'm actually drawing.
That's like forgetting what Control C is. But what about when you type? What about when you type like in a word processor? Don't you Control Z to undo?
Yeah, but I don't look at it. I just remember it from muscle memory.
You're out of your fucking mind. You're not even human.
What do you mean? I don't need to look at it.
But you just know because people talk about it. People talk about Control Z.
I do know, Ben. I just made a mistake just now. It's not that I never remember.
It's not just a mistake. It's over for you. It's over. That's it. There's no more. You're going to jail. I'm sorry.
Okay, the buttons.
Thank you.
The buttons.
Thank you. The buttons.
I turn the buttons. I set the buttons to be one of them. Control Z. I think that's why I tripped up. I would say Control Z, but then you'd say haha British, and I'm like, no. I've made fun of you people enough for one day. The point has been made. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No more bullying.
No more bullying. Yeah. Cool. All right. Fair enough.
And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? Yes, 8 buttons. I can do all these different things like eraser and fill tool and lasso. Makes things quicker. I like that.
Quick is good. Quick is good. Oh, wait. Not to derail, but speaking of quick is good, did you see that thread on Twitter of the guy saying that like
Oh, I did. Yes.
About the speed, like so many radical left are speedrunners because like speedrunning is an exercise demonstrates like a lack of work ethic because it's about doing.
Yeah, it was very confusing. I tried to read it like 3 or 4 times to understand what his point was. I think it's just sort of the left is lazy.
It's like the left is lazy and speedrunning is also lazy. Because I know that it takes a lot of work to get the speedrun down, but it's all work done in service of just beating the game, which is what a normal player would accomplish in less time. You know, it's about doing it. Yeah, it's about doing it fast instead of doing it right, and that's lazy. And that's lazy.
I just love the way the thread goes, and he every so often he's like, and obviously this means like something completely stupid that no one would ever think.
Some weird fucking like Jordan Peterson, Carl Jung, weird fucking hero's journey symbology shit that doesn't fucking mean anything. But he thinks it's like he thinks he's really onto something.
He's like he says Petersonian. It's
yeah. It's.
And then he
genuinely,
goes,
I cannot tell if this guy is joking or not. I mean,
can't. It's funnier, and I like it more if he's not joking.
Yeah.
And then there was a bit where it's like, oh, let me find it. Let me read it. Type in weirdo. Wait, you replied to it.
I'm looking at it right now. Of course, he has to make a reply tweet saying, "Oh, I sure did trigger a lot of libs with this comment." He's not even. Well, he doesn't say libs. He says leftist because he calls himself center left. So he's not a conservative per se, but he is like an anti-woke center left, whatever that fucking means.
Okay, this is the part like number 10 to number 11.
Yeah.
Where he's sort of going, all right, I'll just read it. In other words, there is a connection between sexuality and creativity that we see throughout time, as Peterson points out with the Tiamat and other examples.
Tiamat, the multi-headed dragon, of course.
In the sexual marketplace, which archetypes are simultaneously deemed the most creative and valued the highest? Next tweet. The answer is obviously entrepreneurs like Elon Musk and others.
Of course.
Like, obviously it's Elon Musk.
Obviously,
the most
that's
sexually
the answer.
creative person of all.
I know what you were thinking when I asked that question. Obviously, you were picturing Elon Musk as the most highly valued in the sexual marketplace person that I can imagine. Yes.
It's just, it's like every stereotype of this sort of person. It's great.
And then... Okay, the shit about the sexual archetype is that I genuinely don't even know what he's talking about.
I have no idea. I think
he starts it off with
it's a Jordan Peterson line of talking.
Yes. Which
Jordan Peterson generally for a lot of people seems to be like letting, young men know that they're okay smart and they're Rick Sanchez, and that makes them better for society if they're buying my book.
Sort of.
So like,
I think that's what some people take from it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not read Jordan Peterson, so I have no idea what he's actually getting at. I think there's a lot of stuff that he's sort of implying and assuming that everyone knows as fact.
Yeah.
And he's not explaining it in the context of speedrunning, so I don't know what his actual point... I don't think he makes a point.
He says... Okay. He starts
right at
off
the end,
strong.
I think he does.
He starts off really strong. His first tweet ends with, "The reason is to elevate alternate sexual archetypes in the marketplace." Parentheses, quote, "fastest Mario." So, he's saying... Okay... I don't get this at all. He's saying that Fastest Mario is a alternative sexual archetype in the sexual marketplace. I don't even know what he's getting at there. Is he implying that like it is something you can do to be like sexually valued by your peers is to be the fastest Mario, and like that's hot to some people? Is that what he's saying? I suppose
that's all I can gather from like the sexual marketplace wording, being like, oh well, if you want women to fuck you, sexual marketplace, you need to like win in the sexual marketplace. Like
you can be an entrepreneur, billionaire like Elon Musk, or you can be the fastest Mario. The left wants everyone to be the fastest Mario instead of being a creative individual like Elon Musk, a generative rich guy like Elon Musk.
This is just so wacky. His point at the end, he says, I'm not saying speedrunning is bad, but rather that thinking about the topic philosophically, there are dangerous elements within it. Elements which he describes as leftist, and I don't think he elaborates on why the leftistness of it is a bad thing.
Okay, this is the part. In explaining the sexual archetype, he says, they are aiming to make a new sexual archetype based upon speed rather than doing things right, and refuse ownership of what few innovations they can provide to their own scene, denying creativity within their very own sexual archetype. It's like, okay, so I would understand what he means if he were saying, like, they value speed over doing it right. Like, obviously that's stupid, because, like, if you're speedrunning, the right way to speedrunning is to do it fast. This guy he thinks that just playing the game the way you're supposed to play it, like a casual player would, is, like, just a priori either as good or better than speedrunning it. And, like, that's just a given fact. And, like, to do otherwise is to like pervert the natural order, right? It
would be something very vague that he couldn't actually explain, because like if speedrunning is a meaningless pastime because you could complete the game quicker without practicing the speedrun, then he's therefore saying that time saved is like the most important aspect of media, and therefore you don't need to do any of it. You don't need to see any movies or play any games at all.
You could simply not play the game. You could simply, I don't know, breed your wife, or work an
Go
extra
breed.
shift or work an extra shift at the Shake Shack and get some money to pay for the child you will eventually sire with your God-chosen
With your fastest
spouse.
Mario DNA.
Yes. But I don't know. He calls it a sexual archetype. And I don't know I don't know what he means. Is he just saying like I imagine he means a sort of way of valuing other people.
I think
that is based on speed, where like
right.
in his mind the way things are is that people are valued for quote unquote doing things right, doing things the right way, which is I guess what Elon Musk does in his mind.
And the
but the left is like, no,
trying to
that is bad. Doing things fast
so that
is better.
Instead of being valued for doing things right, you're valued for doing things quick. And that would be bad for him because he does things right.
There's so many assumptions. Like just the assumption that, yeah, the right way to... Elon Musk is a paragon of the right way to do things. Whatever that is. Elon Musk, we know for sure that Elon Musk is a paragon of it. Right? That much there can be no debate on. I just... It's funny, someone pointed out in the comments that, like, boy, if you think this about speedrunning, wait until you hear about the sport of real running, which is also just about going from one place to another as fast as possible and spending your whole life training yourself to do exactly that. Literally, you could say the exact same thing about just sports. I don't know, just a complete fucking schizo. Totally deranged individual. Very funny, very cool. Loved every second of it. Oh, I guess the last thing that I wanted to mention was the funny bit in the latest VOIDGAZERS. We don't have to talk too long about this, but the funny bit in the latest VOIDGAZERS where Trixie says that she would quote unquote forgive me if I commit harakiri and kill myself. I didn't watch the video, but Simsy timestamped for me the part where she says that, and it was very, very not as funny as it sounds because it was very awkward and just sort of uncomfortable and cringy to watch her like fumble. Like literally fumble and like fuck up and drop the mic as she's saying it. Yeah. It's the last thing. It's literally the last thing they say in the video is Trixie telling me to kill myself.
Hey,
I don't know. Check it out. I guess check it out if you want. Link in the description to the timestamp. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Link in the description to the timestamp. Wait, hold on. I'll find it from my server. Gotta scroll back a little bit. They posted it. No, before that. No. Here we go. Copy link. Posting that right in the server. Timestamp for your convenience.
Do you like Pokemon?
Oh, yeah.
No.
There we fucking...
No.
No, I don't like Pokemon. I kind of don't, in a way. I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking how sad it is that, like, I think I'm probably never going to buy a Pokemon game again because I genuinely no longer believe that the Pokemon company actually wants to make their video games good. I genuinely don't think they care.
I mean, I don't know about like caring. I'm sure individual artists want to work and make things good, but like ultimately doesn't end up being something that looks like people care. It looks like a thrown together thing every time.
Which it would be okay if I couldn't tell in the final product, but like I can tell in the final product. It's just insulting. But we've talked about that. We've talked about that over and over plenty of times before. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else before we move on to voicemails?
No, just make sure to check out Clarissa Chapter 3 Clarissa all the chapters. Clarissa Gunsmoke on the giveandtake site.
Why? Yes, I that goes for me too. What day do you think you're gonna post the last chapter?
I've posted each chapter on Tuesday, so it should be out on Tuesday. But by the time you're listening to this, it'll have been out.
Okay. I will Tuesday. Wait, Tuesday?
Yeah.
You said? Sorry. Cool. I will check it out then. I am a little distracted because. All right, this is hard to explain, but so you know how on a computer you've got like windows and they like open and they move, or you move them around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the window, the Chrome window that I have open that has the SpeakPipe links in it. Oh, there it finally went. I've been clicking on it for several minutes and it just has not been like moving. It has just been staying behind all the. It just didn't. It was like, no, you can't click on that. Okay, it finally.
I have issues like that sometimes.
No, it's
as well,
still happening because I'm clicking on a different tab and it's not switching tabs. It like doesn't care that I'm. Click.
Sometimes.
Click. Okay, it went.
Sometimes for some reason, like a full screen application will it be visually there, but I can't click on it. I would click on whatever window is underneath. And I have no idea why that happens and how to fix it. Sometimes I just need to minimize it and maximize it, and then it works again.
Yeah. A thing that keeps happening to me is that I will have multiple Chrome windows open, and one of them will pop to the front, like one that I'm not using, it will just randomly pop to the front. And then I will try to, click on the other one that I want to be using to get that to the front, but it doesn't work. I can't click on it. I have to click on the one that came to the front first, and then it will let me re-click on the other one that I want to be, and then it will come to the front. And it's a small annoyance, but it happens like multiple times a day, and every time I'm just like why? Like why did you do this? Like what would cause this, and will you please stop? I don't know. Are you there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I heard a beep. I wasn't sure if you disconnected. Yeah, so oh my god. Fuck off! I'm getting mad. Just let me switch tabs. Okay, fine. Thanks. Shit. Sorry. Right, the first voicemail of the day is called Deltarune Not Isekai. And there it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
In Deltarune, they come from a fantasy world. It's not an isekai. An isekai, you need to come from the real world, a world based off of our reality. In Deltarune, they come from a world with monsters and bullshit. You fool.
I mean, where does it say that? What do you
mean? Where does it say that? You mean where does it say that it has to come from our world? Not where does it say that the world of Deltarune is full of monsters?
And while we're at it, all anime looks completely different from real world. So like, how based is it in reality? If people's eyes are that big, maybe that's a weak argument, but
it's definitely. The world of, like, Sword Art Online is obviously supposed to be the real world. The Deltarune world... Okay. I don't know. I think this is kind of an interesting objection.
It's really just sort of, like, a real world, right?
I feel like...
That doesn't have, like, it wouldn't have America. They don't have references to real countries. It's all just sort of things that would exist in our real world, like cars and houses and trash cans and stuff, cafes, but there's just happens to be monsters there, but there's no countries.
Okay.
To the no actual named similarities to real life locations. So where is it? So
here's a thought. I think I actually kind of agree with this guy, because if you what am I trying to say? okay, if the definition of an isekai is just that like the character like goes somewhere or goes on a journey or goes to a different place, even in a metaphorical sense, then like every story is an isekai, because that's literally like right in like the hero's journey. Like you start in like the initial like place of safety in childhood, and then you know something disrupts the order, and then you have to go on some kind of journey in order to
like Deltarune
return with the
has,
boon or whatever.
But it's not like a location that exists in like it's a magical, not real reality that they travel to.
I think I know what you're saying, and I think okay, yeah, I think the distinction for me is like yes, obviously the world of Deltarune has these like creatures in it, but the question, yeah, if you start in a fantasy world but you go on a journey, that is, I would say that's not an isekai. I'm like okay. Yes,
well, it's
the
not
world
just a journey. Wait, I consider a journey to be like a physical, like a you know a trip, like a car ride or whatever.
Yes,
but there's like it's a fantasy within a fantasy world, because like the Dark World, when they stop playing at the end of Chapter 1, they're in a room with symbols and icons that represent all of the people that were in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
So that fantasy world isn't real in the same way that the world they're in then is real.
I would say that if I wanted to call Deltarune an isekai, I think my argument would have to be that like yes, elements of the world as the real world as it's portrayed in Deltarune are not the same as our own. You know, yes, there are monsters and stuff, there are animal people, and maybe there's other stuff that I'm forgetting, but like it's nevertheless meant to be you know, analogous to the real world in the way that like it still counts as the real world. Like it's still like, you know, a town, like a regular town, even if it has like monster people.
Yeah, there's no experience points and fighting battles and RPG mechanics in that world. That's just you go to school, you go to work, there's money. It's physically equivalent.
I think that's honestly, I think this guy has a point, but I feel like that would be my argument.
I mean, I never really cared about calling Deltarune an isekai in the first place. So
if I wanted to say that Deltarune is not an isekai, I think my argument would have to be that like the world that they go to is not even a real world. It's they're like it seems like they're just making it up in their imagination or something.
Yeah, like magic works in the Dark World, and it doesn't work.
But then again, I guess the world
world
that they go to in Sword Art Online is not a real world. It's just a computer simulation. So maybe that argument doesn't hold any water. Okay.
Is Sword Art Online even an isekai?
I think almost everyone would call it an isekai.
Because
it's about going from the real world to a fantasy world, even if it's a video game. I don't think. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in calling it one.
I mean, it's interesting because like it's a.
But by that logic, I guess an imaginary world also counts as another world.
Yeah, an imaginary world or a dream, like fucking Freddy Krueger or something, or like.
Is Freddy Krueger an isekai? Is Nightmare on Elm Street an isekai? Lamau.
And
I'm gonna say no for that one.
Yeah,
it just doesn't feel like one.
I feel like, for me, the distinction needs to be the laws of physics are just different, and it just could not, the stuff that exists in that world could not exist in the real world, which does work with Sword Art Online, even though that's a video game.
Yeah.
And so it's a simulation, it's not literally happening, it's bits and bytes simulating it in all of the people's brains who are hooked up to the machine that's playing the game. So there's some way to distinguish it, but I don't know if I would.
Hello?
Hello?
No. Who says it? I don't know. Jesus. Did you hear that?
I heard a shouting person. Was that the shouter?
Yes, that's the shouter asking me, is that my shopping cart? No, it's not my fucking shopping cart. Leave me alone. Ugh. This is the first time that anyone has knocked on my window. Thankfully, I hope it never happens again.
He was outside the window?
Well, I'm on the first floor. Like, he's just standing in the parking lot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That was awful. I hated that. I was gonna say isekai.
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online. Oh, I think
VR headset.
I think that a key part of the isekai genre is it's not enough to merely go to another world. I think the tone has to be like it has to be like a wish fulfillment. Like, wouldn't it be cool to go to this world? Like, I
mean,
if
that's
it's
media,
meant to be like heart, huh?
I mean, are there stories where you go to a world and it sucks?
Well, how about Silent Hill? I feel like Silent Hill is not, like, basically in Silent Hill you are a guy living in the real world, and then you are transported to this other world where crazy shit happens, which is the definition of an isekai, but it's not an isekai because it's not a wish fulfillment. Like, wouldn't this be cool? It's like oh my god, it's so scary. This other world is like a reflection of my nightmares, and guilt and stuff. And that feels like an important part of the genre.
I guess I'm trying to think of like, because like there's no such thing as an isekai that's all good, because then there's no story.
Well, it's a tone thing.
If wish fulfillment is
obviously there will
like
be little
conflict. Timmy thinking like, I wish I could fucking use a sword and kill people. Then he goes to an isekai. He gets isekai, and I'm like, yes, now I can do it. This is great. But there are challenges. With swords, with swords come fighting and war, and it's like, oh shit.
True though.
So yeah, okay, yeah, that works.
So if someone plays Silent Hill and they don't think it's scary and they think it's cool, they're like, oh, I wish I were fucking wandering around in the fog. That would be so sick. Then it becomes an isekai for them.
Yeah.
A
bunch of people get transported to a new world, and for each individual person, it could be an isekai or not. Depends.
Yeah, it's up to the individual whether it's an isekai. Yeah, that works for me.
I guess another thing is the Sword Art Online being a video game. As a viewer of the art, the show, we can see it as an isekai, but for them, they're just playing a video game. Like, when you play a VR game, like on stream, on Twitch or whatever, are you getting isekai'd into that video game right then?
When you're watching someone stream on Twitch?
No, when you're streaming. When you're, like, put on the VR headset and you're in Half-Life, Alex, are you isekai'd in that moment? Or is isekai only an art form, a genre trope thing?
I mean, I think the boring answer is yes. It's just a literary genre art trope thing. But it's funner to say that yes, you can isekai yourself in real life by
if you get
doing
really
anything.
Engrossed in a game, and you play Minecraft for 40 hours, then you become isekai'd into it.
Absolutely.
40 hours straight, that is.
I choose to believe that is the case. Yes. All right. Next voicemail is called where did I put it? Next voicemail is called what I say to my parents every Friday afternoon. 3, 2, 1, go.
Girl, I am high on PCP.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Tell if they ask what you do every Friday at 2 p.m. unless it's late, just tell them I'm getting high on PCP, and they'll know. They'll know what you mean.
They're doing PCP. They listen. I tell everyone I know that I'm doing PC. I'm doing the PCP, and they think I just say it weird.
I'm doing. They think I'm talking about listening to the podcast for some reason. Next voicemail is called "Better Than Every Yig Song." 3, 2, 1, go.
What's possible? Just watch the video. It's just us going, whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much. Whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much. Whoa,
nice fucking audio quality.
Whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much.
Isn't this a Jesse song?
I love those tits so much.
Yeah.
Whoa, those tits.
It's in
Okay.
the,
those tits so much. Whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much. Whoa, those tits. I love
What?
or maybe they're adding to it.
Whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much. Whoa, those tits. I love those tits so much. Whoa, those tits.
Didn't
I love
I
those tits
thought I
so
remembered
much.
Jesse saying this line and making a rap of himself saying this?
This is different. They're doing the instrumental.
I want to get to level 10, you motherfucker! That's weak. I don't get it.
I think. I haven't listened to it in a while.
I don't get it. Drilling it inside my butt.
This is.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Why does Barney grow up with his daughter? I don't get it.
What was that last thing that I said?
I
Why didn't Barney grow up with his audience? The funniest thing I've ever said. Holy shit.
Oh, he did. It became Susie Deltarune.
Oh, true. This is better than every Yig song, because I liked it. It gave me a chuckle. Man,
I love
can
those
you
tits
believe
so much.
Can you believe that Yig doesn't even write their own beats? They can't even write a beat. They can't even make their own beat. Literally all they have is their fucking middle school rap rhymes. Literally all they have is their fucking their fucking basic ass elementary school rhymes.
That's
all I got.
And it feels good. And oh man, sometimes it feels sad, but that's okay because I'm based.
I feel bad and that's good, but it's okay because I got wood. Shall we?
I feel bad and that's not good. I'm not good and that's not bad. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. Next voicemail is called shoutouts to Wreck-It Ralph. Next voicemail is called give him a producer credit on the album. Next voicemail is called interview I saw this week. 3, 2, 1, go.
Last question, Mr. President. Is there any person you just hate?
Yes, there's one person I hate. His name is Ben Saint. He hosts this podcast where he spreads
Mr.
radical
Obama.
rhetoric to dozens of listeners every week. He's contributing to the dissolution of rational discourse, particularly on platforms like TikTok and MySpace. He's the kind of leftist we need to fight because, frankly, he makes us look stupid.
He sounds awful. Can you tell me what show he on?
It's called Digi's Anime Podcast.
What show he on?
Fuck Mr. Obama. Mr. Obama, with all due respect, you're a fucking bitch, sir.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
President. Mr. President.
What are you gonna do? Drone strike me?
What do you... He will. He joked about it. He joked about drone striking his daughter's boyfriend that one time. So...
Oh, yeah.
Why not? I guess. He's gone fucking mad with power.
He's so strong.
He's
even now.
He's insanely powerful. He's just overflowing.
He built all of these drones himself.
I would say
controls them with his hive mind brain.
I would say that he embodies the sexual archetype based on doing things right and on accruing power in the conventional way. Is very highly valued in the sexual marketplace. If you ask me who is Obama, I would say that. Next voicemail is called The Legend of Oblivion Fall. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oblivion Fall, what an absolute legend.
Yes.
He just wants the titty, but he can't have it even though it's right in front of him. He won't even acknowledge it because he's a true hero and scholar and gentleman. And that is what true love is all about. I need to rub one out for you tonight. Oblivion Fall. It's the only way I know how to pay my tribute. So keep up the good work, man. You're a hero. True.
Oblivion Fall is a heroic character in my personal telling of the saga of the PCP.
Honestly, he should get all that money from the Indiegogo.
He should. Honestly, he
for a
deserves
hero
the top,
statue.
He deserves the top surgery. give, in my opinion.
Do the swapsies.
Otherwise, it's just a waste. Could you do that? Could you just transplant tits from one person to another?
I don't know, because the way breast surgery works, you put like a silicone thing in there. I don't think you can transplant them. It would be wacky and probably.
Why not?
I don't know anything about it.
You can transplant other body. You can transplant other body parts. Sometimes.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I've never really looked into it. It could be possible. That'd be really funny. Really funny if that could happen.
It seems like it would be possible, but I mean, I don't fucking know anything, so who knows?
I'm just like wondering where they would connect.
On the chest, I don't know.
You'd need to slice the chest off in order to put the breast on. I feel like there's so many things that go wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but I mean that's surgery for you.
That's surgery. Yeah, it's
that's
scary.
medicine. It is fucking scary. Holy shit. Okay. Next voicemail is called 770. It is it is called. Oh, it's Janess. It's Janess. 3, 2, 1, go.
I want to have a similar work ethic as Trixie's, Endless Jess, and Devoo's.
Jesus.
So I need you guys to shame me so I don't end up going on social media every few minutes instead of being focused on the things that gonna make me happy in the long run. Learning and creation, way better than entertainment.
Sure.
Ben's right. Just gotta be focused on the things that will make you happy.
True. And of course, doing as I say and not as I do in that way is very good, because I am very prone to distraction and spending time on social media. So I'm glad you're not taking a lesson from my actions.
It is somewhat amusing that they cite Trixie, Jessie, and Devoo.
That's
three people
so
who have
fucking
made
weird.
nothing in a very long time.
I don't know what's up with that. I almost don't even know.
I know what they mean though, like the heyday. But like,
sure.
I don't know.
Devoo
did a lot of editing work, I guess is what they're talking about.
Stupid examples, but I understand the point you're trying to make.
Yeah.
Focus is good. Distraction is bad. I am guilty of it much myself.
Get cold turkey. It's so easy. You pay it, like, costs like, I don't know, $20, and you have a program that can block you from distractions. You don't even need to try. You just set it up so that you can't undo it, and then you're like, fuck, no! I can't go on Twitter! And then you forget about it after an hour.
How about you set yourself a challenge where you're like, okay, I will voluntarily not go on anything that is a distraction, and then the punishment you set for yourself is if I fail to not do the things I said I would not do, then I will have to buy cold turkey. I will have to spend that $20. And I don't want to spend that $20. So I'm going to make myself not do it with willpower. And the punishment for not doing it is you got to buy cold turkey. Yeah, I mean,
you have to follow through though. If you don't follow through and buy cold turkey, then you're an idiot.
Then you'll never. Yeah, if you tell yourself I will do this thing, and then you don't follow through it, you're gonna know. Then yourself is going to learn that you are a liar, and you will not be held them responsible for the promises that they make. And that's a road. That way lies madness. You start dropping responsibilities like that, and you will find yourself deep in the pit of missed opportunity. So watch out. Next voicemail is called. Oh, did I already put it there? I think I did.
Yeah.
The next one is called Ideas 5 Months Late. 3, 2, 1, go.
In episode 260, you talked about self-diagnosing autism and gender dysphoria, coming to the conclusion that autism is probably too complicated, but that gender dysphoria is just being sad about your gender. I've got 2 counter-ideas. First, pretty much all mental illnesses require the strange mental state to make your life or the life of those around you worse, and for a long period of time, and just being sad about gender doesn't always meet that. And secondly, I think autism is a bad comparison. We're talking about self-identifying mental illnesses. I'd put gender dysphoria in the same camp as depression and anxiety disorders, having a negative emotional state for a long period of time. So should we accept people's self-diagnosis for those conditions? I don't know. I don't have the answers. Discuss it yourselves. And, by the way, this isn't to defend true scum. Trans rights are human rights, even without a doctor's note.
Yeah.
It's
autism might not be the perfect one-to-one comparison.
I forget the conversation exactly, but I think if gender dysphoria can be self-diagnosed, and it can, because once you feel it, you're like, oh, I get it, and then really the proof is in the transitioning and then feeling the gender euphoria. When you do something completely different, and then it feels better than you would have expected. I feel like that's some sort of a proof.
It's having gender dysphoria or any, it's like, how do you know that you're happy? How do you know that you feel happiness? Well, you feel it. And if you feel it, then you have it. And what more is there to say about something like that? Autism is, it's maybe more, you don't feel like, oh, I feel very autistic today. It's
it's a different beast.
Yeah. So I guess I think I agree with his point. Maybe something like depression and anxiety is more of, depression is like, there's being depressed, there's being the mood depressed, and then there's having depressive disorder, which is like a chemical.
I think when it comes to depression, I don't think most people know where the line is between the disorder and feeling depressed.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't matter most of the time. I think
it matters in terms of treatment. It matters in terms of
sure,
what the prognosis is for your issue.
Yeah. Talking about myself, I've been depressed before, but I've never been diagnosed, so I don't know whether it was a chronic depression or whether it was depression via gender dysphoria, which is lifted a little bit. Hard to know. So
you can know how you feel, but you can't necessarily know something more specific, if you have a chemical imbalance, or you have an underactive hormone receptor or something. You don't know those things. Those are separate from the feelings that you have because of them, right? But I feel like it's a valid point. Okay, yeah, good. Next one is called The Monopoly Man. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ho 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 ho! Here's the Monopoly Man.
Yes.
Enjoy your 20% annual inflation in Freedom Land.
Yay!
I've increased rent by 30%.
Okay, all right, fair.
Enjoy life. Ho 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 ho!
You know what? That's the price of freedom, baby.
I think they changed the lilt of their ho 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 ho. It used to be going straight up, but that one was ho 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 ho.
He's allowed to get creative with it.
No, he's not.
It's his
Where's
laugh.
the good old Monopoly Man?
Yeah.
I remember ho 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 ho.
Old good, new bad. The new patch they just dropped for the Monopoly Man has completely ruined, the integrity of the character. Next voicemail is called Cheese. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, I need you to stop talking about baby bells every episode, because every time you do, I have to go and buy them, and they're getting really fucking expensive. Is cheese keto? Should I just eat cheese? Will I lose weight if I eat cheese?
Yes.
Fuck.
Most to answer your questions in reverse order, yes, most cheese is keto. Babybel is pretty keto. If they're getting expensive, do what I do, buy them in bulk from Costco. Get Instacart and get an Instacart shopper to buy them from Costco. When you buy the big bags from Costco, they're really not very expensive. They ended up being like less, 50 cents a piece or something like that. So buy in bulk. if there's something you want a lot of.
Fucking buy a greater bell and then chisel it down into many small baby bells.
A greater. Damn, I really wish we talked about this another. I really wish I think we talked about it on a Shekels for Heckles. I really wish they would sell me the other flavors. I really want the cheddar, like the sharp cheddar baby bells in the black wax container. Like that sounds so good.
Surely you can like find like a black market baby bell supplier for those.
I would probably have to buy it on like Amazon
more expensive.
or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, you know what? Let me try it right now. Let me go on Amazon.
So this caller has fucked himself because now we're talking about baby bells.
He has totally fucked himself. Okay, I'm finding... I searched for black baby bell, and all I'm finding is baby clothes that have, like, bell bottoms. You know...
The fuck babies wearing bell bottoms?
You know, like...
They're gonna trip over.
This shit right here. Fucking come on, internet. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, the baby bell. Okay, searching black baby bell. Okay, I see. Okay, I see one for baby. I see them, but they cost. Oh my god. $109 for 8.4 ounces of mini baby bell white cheddar.
What are they putting in them?
Okay, this one is $50 for a pack of 30 of the baby bells. That's $1.65 per baby bell. I don't know if I want to do. I want to spend under $1 at least on my fucking baby. All right, they do have the other flavors here on Amazon, but they're really expensive, and that sucks.
You gotta go on a baby bell road trip. You gotta get an RV and fill it up with baby bells.
I gotta get in the RV. It's the only way. Look at this fucking. This is $64 for 4 ounces. 12 mini baby bells. That's $5.40 per baby bell. I can't possibly justify it. But I want the cheddar one so bad. Wait, what is this? This purple one. The purple one is Sharp Original.
Remember, they sell different ones in different countries.
Yeah.
So the colors might not match.
Well, according to this one, yeah, the purple one is Sharp Original, and the orange is Gouda. I would love to try them, but they just at these prices, I simply can't justify it. This one is the Sharp Original is $74. $74 for 12 baby bells. Only 3 left in stock. Order soon. No thanks. No, I don't think I will. Fuck. Next voicemail is called. Let me get it. Is this it? 774? Yes. Next voicemail is called BDAN or BDAN. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think that they are not a good artist and they can't think in 3D very well and they are genuinely just like. I said they.
What is happening?
Who was I talking about?
Some artist? Wait.
It was... I said some artist was bad and can't think of 3D. And someone...
That was...
And someone thought that I misgendered, I think, but I said they. But who was I talking about? What is like
Wasn't that recently?
I feel like the only one I feel like I would have been talking about and said that would be like mint salad. But like, why would it be a problem that I said
was
they?
It Rebel Taxi? What's this?
But why would it be a problem if I said they about Rebel Taxi? It has to be a trans person, right? If like I had to be like, if I had to defend my pronoun use. I think? I don't know. Sound quality was bad. I don't know. I don't remember who I was talking about. Oops. Next.
Oh wait,
voice
before that, I found.
Oh God, what is this? Would you please the media? Okay, cool. The media could not be played. All right, I'll open it on Twitter. Oh, this is a reply to the radical left speedrunning thing.
You can't catch me. I'm the fastest thing alive. I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speed running. Huh? The reason is the left's lack of work ethic. What? Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense... Petersonian? To elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog. Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic.
You're a beta male, Sonic. Holy shit. Can we have Eleazar play that on the... That won't get copyright strike, right? This is
a fan animation.
This is from Turbo Jet on Twitter. Holy shit. Very funny. So Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic.
So true. So true.
So true. Killed him with that one. Holy shit. Okay. Well, yes, I'm glad I'm glad to have seen that. The next one is called the next voicemail is called Please Don't Play It's called Please Don't Play the Last Voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, fuck that last guy, am I right?
Absolutely.
Oh, I get it.
What was he even talking about?
Yeah.
What was even his fucking point he was trying to make? I didn't get it. I didn't fucking get it.
Said
Dude.
they.
The they, though. But who? I don't remember.
They.
Oh, well. Damn. Okay, next one is called Riley Thinks Ben Listens to Voidgazers. Bird Stork Cameo. Okay. Up there it is. Come on, load. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
This cozy, quaint part at the end here is for fans who really like this, or for Ben Sane to see us talk about him. But it's not. Just wait then. There are questions about him. So it's like.
So quiet, I could barely hear it.
He's saying something about this part is for fans or for Ben Saint, and then Bird says like just wait Ben Saint, and Riley says there are questions about him. Okay, I didn't watch the latest Voidgazers, and I would never sit through an entire one. I did watch the bit. I did watch the bit where they mentioned me because it was timestamped for me, and it was like 1 minute long. So I guess guilty as charged, but I assume this is the part at the beginning of because they're doing it in like a Q&A section. So I think this is Riley introducing the fact that they are about to do a Q&A. No, I'm definitely not going to listen to the rest of. Although I'm a bit curious because I know they got questions about Trixie. Why did I pay you for a Blu-ray DVD and then you didn't give it to me for years, even though you could have made it for me? Where are my Blu-rays? I'm a little curious what her answer to that would be. And I think she got another question about the Brony lecture too, which honestly I'm not interested in that because I know what she's gonna say about that one.
Well, it's gone, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because she trashed it. So, oh well. Well, okay, cool. Thanks for the voice clip. Next one is called $600. Uploading it right now. Yes, $600. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben to do cover art for the Blu-rays, which is not happening. Especially because he wanted $600 or some shit, which is crazy. But,
Wait, what?
This is so quiet. Put your phone closer to the speaker.
voicemailer, why do you fucking suck so bad at this?
Right, I'm gonna play it again.
Yeah, me too.
Ben to do cover art for the Blu-rays, which is not happening. Especially because he wanted $600.
Okay, I think she's saying getting Ben to make. Oh, this must have been about the Blu-rays, and something about getting Ben to make cover art for the Blu-rays is not. Well, I mean, yeah, I did say at one point in the distant past that I was going to make Blu-rays for. It's not like she has. I don't know if she's using this as an excuse, like, oh, I can't make the Blu-rays anymore because I would have to pay Ben Saint to make the cover art. Obviously, that's not true. And I don't remember I don't remember $600. I think I maybe asked for like maybe $200, maybe like one for each of the two covers. I feel like that's more like what I would have asked for. But whatever. Either way, it literally has no relevance at all. So I don't know why it's even being mentioned. But I guess this is part of the coping and excuse making about why did I, Trixie the Golden Witch, accept, hundreds and or thousands of dollars from fans for a Blu-ray that I then deliberately never fulfilled my obligations to make. And I guess it's my fault.
That darned Ben Saint.
I guess it's my fault that she didn't do that for some reason. Makes sense to me. Next voicemail is called it is called. Oh, okay. This guy just clipped a bunch of stuff from the Q&A and is posting it. But okay, the terms of forgiveness. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Final question: what would it take for you to forgive Ben Saint?
Harakiri. If he commits harakiri. You know what that is?
They don't know what it is.
No, she had to change to seppuku.
If he will cut his guts open and allow me to chop his head off afterwards.
Very funny.
How about
I'm a bit annoyed at the questioner for just unironically asking the question as though I have done anything that requires forgiveness. I think it was a pretty cringe to even ask the question in that way. But the answer is pretty funny. And obviously, yes, I will be cutting my guts open and allowing a decapitation. All I need is the RV to roll up in my shitty fucking parking lot and avoid the giant pile of rubble. And then we can do it. We can do it out there with all the rats watching. Mr. Sullivan can yell at us about it. He's like, "Hey, fuck you! Quit getting all that. Why are you spilling your guts in my parking lot? Hey, I'm walking here." Why do I do that? I genuinely don't know how to do.
You're dying here.
I genuinely don't really know how to do like the Boston accent convincingly. All I can do is say park the car like everybody else fucking says. The one phrase.
The coffee? That's the one I know. Is that even Boston?
That's kind of both,
coffee?
I think Boston, New York both kind of say it as coffee. Yeah, that's pretty Boston. Next voicemail is called there it is. Okay, it is called Reconciliation is Imminent /End. 3, 2, 1, go.
TLDR, Ben Saint is psycho fucking... Wait, what's the word phrase I had in mind? Nah, I don't want to do a TLDR. Fuck Ben Saint.
I'm a psycho. I'm a fail. I'm a psycho. The reason why we're not friends anymore is simply that I'm a psycho. I'm insane. I'm out of my mind. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it could be. Cool. Next, what more is there to say? Next voicemail, the last voicemail actually of the day, not that many, a modest amount, is Cross Yig Interview. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't even really hate Yig Studio, but the one thing I wish they would actively stop doing is these interviews where they just approach random people at Walmart. It makes for shitty content, but at least I can click away from the video. These people cannot. They are being approached in the real world, and they obviously do not like what's happening to them, and yet they fucking keep doing it. They keep approaching them. You're like, you're terrorizing innocent civilians. Stop.
I didn't watch. Yeah, I didn't watch the video. I know that they like go and sit in like supermarket aisles and just like block people from walking around a supermarket, and that's like really funny to them for some reason. And I looked at the comment because I went to go check out the part where she tells me I should kill myself. I went to I read some of the comments, and the comments were not kind about like that part in particular. There was a lot of like, this is cringe, bro. This is really not, like, why are you doing this? So,
on a
pretty
Yig
funny.
video, I can't believe it.
I know, believe it or not, they usually get so much. Void Gazers is so popular. You know, it's the return of everybody's favorite content, the Void Gazers, and so you would think people would be celebrating, but no. Cross,
oh my god.
Very cringe of you that you don't hate the Void Gazers, or that you don't hate Yig. But I guess nobody's perfect.
Well, speaking of Pleeb and the Weeb, Realist Season 1 is one of the comments. Was Season 1 on Trixie's channel? I thought it was on Jesse's, but I guess
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Man, if people had Blu-rays, they could watch it at any point.
Right, and Season 2, right? Like, genuinely, I cannot believe that she would just say, nah, I don't feel like making them. Yeah, I know people paid me for them, but I just don't want to do it. So I just won't. And anyone who thinks I should is just entitled and is abusing me, basically.
Yeah, literally, they are entitled to it.
They literally are entitled because they paid you for a product that you promised them. But oh well. Whatever, I guess. Oof. Ooh, that one really galls me. That one really fucking galls. Imagine having the fucking temerity to show your face at all when you've done such a thing. I don't know. Next voicemail. This is the actual last voicemail. We got a last minute one. We got a last minute. It's called Becoming. Yes, it's called Becoming Dead Inside. Give that one. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, you talk about missed potential with Bitcoin. Like if you sold here or bought here, how you could have made 35% in 1 week. But man, if you get even a little bit deeper into crypto, the missed potential, the missed opportunities you'll see are fucking astronomical.
Great. Awesome.
Let me tell you about my worst one. In February of this year, I bought a coin called Shiba Inu, which is just this shitcoin, useless token. It's a ripoff of Doge. And it's just one of the thousands of meme coins that does nothing.
It's going to be like, it was worth nothing, and then one day it like exploded to like 1,000,
so
and it like died immediately after that,
I put in
right?
$3,000.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Which sounds like a lot, but the very next day I sold that for $4,500.
Pretty good.
50% in one day.
That is pretty good.
And then shortly after that, the coin started dropping hard, like 80% minus. Good. So I felt pretty great about that. But I forgot about this coin after that. I didn't look into it. I didn't pay attention. So fast forward several months to today, if I still had that same stack of 29 trillion tokens or whatever I had, that would be worth $7 million.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So, kill me.
Yeah. I guess it's so easy. It's so easy to look back at what happened, at what the market did, and be like, if only I had done these incredibly specific moves at these incredibly specific times, my returns would have been insane. It's literally like, it's the same fallacy as like the shooting arrows and then drawing targets around whatever they hit. It's like you look back at and you highlight the points where the market exploded and you go, why didn't I buy immediately before that and sell immediately after that? And the answer is always, because how would you have known to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Even if you had a time machine and you did the thing like, I'll do it now, the market could play out differently because of your influence.
Perhaps. I mean, maybe.
It will only be a little bit, but also time travel isn't real, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, if you were making big dick moves with total confidence that, like, the market is going to play out a certain way, and you're making, like, such big moves that it starts to, like, shift the market, then, yeah, you might get to a point where you're like, damn, the market is not making all the exact same moves that it made before because I have changed the timeline a bit. I could see that. Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of like large groups of people having similar ideas causing things to change. Like, well, I think this is going to happen, and if enough people think that, they'll make the change happen, and then they'll all be upset because they're always banking on whatever they're putting money in or taking money out of is going up or down. If they all do it at the same time, the opposite is what they want. It's stupid.
It's so stupid. I hate it
so much. What you've got to do is you've got to do the thing that nobody's doing, which is the stupidest thing, and therefore the most profitable thing to do, if it just so happens to work out. There's just no way to really guess exactly what to... Doesn't seem to be like a formula for doing it right.
No.
I guess you can make safe bets and slowly build up, but I don't know. It's too volatile for that.
The president, we all made fun of the president of El Salvador because he bought all that Bitcoin and then it immediately tanked. But actually looking back, like that dip that it took was actually not as big, and it has risen now, and he has been completely vindicated. Sad to say, but he has been vindicated, and the price of his investment has gone up considerably since that. So, oops.
Well,
sorry.
Good for El Salvador, I guess.
I guess it's good for El Salvador. I think. Probably. I don't think the guy's going to sell. Like, I think he's just going to hold it. In which case, it could crash again. So you never know. I fucking hate it. I don't even want to... I wish I lived in a world without cryptocurrency or real currency. Darn, if only I lived in like some kind of classless, stateless, moneyless society. Now that would be pretty
I'd
neat.
like to be isekai into that world.
Nobody's ever thought... Yeah, the Bolshevik Revolution was kind of an isekai when you think about it. Shit. Well, we're out of voicemails.
Dang, we're out of content. We can't possibly continue a podcast by ourselves.
But we didn't waste any content, and that's the most important thing.
True.
By a wide margin. Oh, and my headphones are beeping at me that their batteries are going to end. So I guess we've hit our logical endpoint. Road to Radcon. Contact me on Discord or Twitter and tell me you want a Road to Radcon book, and I will tell you, okay, PayPal me at iasucomic@gmail.com. Send me $20 or $15 if you're a patron. Patrons get $5 off, plus shipping, $2 US or US or Canada, $5 anywhere else. Send it to my PayPal, include your shipping address, and I will send you a book soon. The second printing is underway. They are being printed. You get Michi's lovely cover art, commissioned specifically for the piece. A one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Can all be yours. Fucking give me money. Thanks. Love you. What else? Anything else? Oh, Clarissa Gunsmoke.
Yes, Clarissa McGunsmoke.
Clarissa McGunsmoke.
Check out that comic, and if you're a Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter person, stay tuned. The artists drawing the things, the ghost stories, they're coming along. I'm going to crack the whip, I think.
Mine is more than half done, and I think the hardest pages are done already, so I do...
Yeah.
I know I've been saying this every week for the last 2 weeks, but genuinely I think I will finish it this week.
So, when I can, I will announce maybe people who did not pledge, if you want a comic, and I have, I can order some extra.
Yeah.
I'll set up a thing.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get my copy. Oh, You know, I should probably post on Twitter about this, but I finally got around to fucking checking my P.O. box. And I finally have, well, in the mail arrived Cheesy's Villainverse Chapter 4. I have that. And also the Zero and Hoodie and the Kato Anthology. I finally got my copy. I finally got my copy of that I drew the cover for. And I have it right here. It's on my desk over there.
I got that a few weeks ago. I don't know if I mentioned it.
Maybe you did, but I knew I must be in my P.O. box, but I just had not. I didn't get the chance to go and check my P.O. box until I went to go visit the print shop again and asked them to do another print run. And then I was like, okay, I'm pretty close to my old P.O. box now, so I can visit. So I finally got it. It's fucking cool. I'm happy to have it. That's pretty sick. If you want to send us a voicemail, speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail. I think that's it, right? New bonus episode, the Fun Fact Challenge. Find out what to do if somebody calls you a gay wizard. It could save your life. Patreon.com/theprocrastinators to get access to that, the Fun Fact Challenge, and all our previous bonus episodes. Lot of fucking content for a low price at this point. Quite a backlog.
And the Minecraft server as well.
Oh yes, and also the Minecraft server, which we should probably play some more Minecraft soon. It's been a little while. Okay, that's it. I guess. End of the episode. Thanks for listening, and see you next week, every pony. Mwah. Mwah. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Wow. Okay. Okay, sorry. Sorry, bye.